Everything seemed perfect until one night when Aya slept. That night, Aya saw herself in a forest face to face with a scary-like creature. She held her mouth in shock. In a roaring thunder, the demon spoke. "Kneel before the Queen of Evil, I am Mutazara. If you dare defy me, your life will become a living hell." Long time ago, in the village of Mob, there lived a woman called Modu. Modu was a food seller in the village. She had a husband whose name was Akin. Modu enjoyed the simple life of the village, but there was one problem: she had no child. Modu then sought out the most powerful priestess in the village. She asked the priestess what she should do to get a child. The priestess told her to go and appease the goddess of fertility. She explained to Modu that if she does this, in due time, she will have a child. However, the priestess warned Modu that in the forest of the forbidden where she would appease the goddess, she should not talk to anyone or engage in anything. When Modu asked why, the priestess explained that the forest was a home of many supernatural creatures, monsters, and that mystical things happened there on a frequent basis. Modu then thanked the priestess and went home. Modu then began to visit the forest of the forbidden to pray to the goddess of fertility in the sacred tree. During the first year, Modu did not get pregnant. Hopeful and believing the words of the priestess, she continued to pray in the forest. During the second year, nothing happened. Modu did not still have a child. Modu returned to meet the priestess again for better guidance. The priestess told her that she should be patient and that waiting for the gods took time. After hearing this, Modu then left the priestess' hut. It was in the third year of Modu visiting the forbidden forest that something strange happened. An incident that would forever change the life of Modu happened. While praying in the forbidden forest, the goddess of fertility answered Modu and decided to bless her with twins. However, as Modu was returning home, she did something that wasn't expected of her. While walking back home, Modu saw a woman stretched her hands to her. "Please, help me. I'm dying," the strange woman said. Encircling the strange woman was a circle of what looked like a white powdery substance. Modu forgot the instructions that was given to her in the village. She then walked towards the woman and pulled her out of the circle. However, what Modu did not know was that she had succeeded in freeing a very powerful demon spirit that was entrapped by a group of powerful priests in a nearby village. The village have been trying to trap this particular demon for many years, and had finally succeeded. That is until Modu decided to step in and help her. The demon disguised herself as a helpless woman in order to get help. Modu went home after freeing the strange woman from the enchanted circle. After a few months, she gave birth to a pair of beautiful twins. The whole village were dazzled at the beauty of her twins. They acknowledged that truly the gods had blessed her. However, Modu was unaware that her twins' lives would be one of problem and calamity. Unknown to her, the evil spirit that she had free had transferred its consciousness to her second child, Aya. This happened because the evil spirit was almost on the brink of being vanquished, and so it needed a vessel in order to hide and slowly regain its power. As time passed, Zoya and Aya began to grow. They grew to be beautiful children, loved and adored by the villagers. One day, Zoya and Aya went to fetch water in the stream. However, they both got carried away and wandered into the forest. Soon they became lost and were unable to find the pathway to the stream. All of a sudden, the twins heard a sound that was oddly terrifying. It was a roar of a lion. Zoya became scared. She was paralyzed out of fear and bowed her head. However, for some reasons, Aya was unfazed. Aya stood in the front of the lion and something strange occurred. As the lion's eyes met with that of Aya, it suddenly became afraid and all of a sudden ran away from the girls. After this incident, Aya fell to the ground unconscious. When Zoya saw that the lion had run away and that her sister was laying on the ground, she was surprised. However, she took Aya and placed her on her back, giving her a piggyback ride. Eventually, Aya woke up and both sisters were able to navigate their way back to the stream and back home. As Zoya and Aya began to grow and became teenagers, Aya began to notice strange things. Sometimes she would see strange creatures in her room and ghost-like figures. Aya would be scared and unsure of why these things are happening to her. Since their mother was not at home and was selling food at the market, most times, Aya would run to her twin sister Zoya and cry in her arms. Zoya would also tell Aya beautiful and pleasant stories to get her little sister's mind from the strange image she complained of seeing. One time, Aya went to confess to her mother that she was seeing strange things. Modu, who did not understand that her child was housing an evil powerful spirit, would tell her daughter that it was because of the problems of the village and that everything would be fine. Modu explained to her twin daughters that the village was plagued with the doings of evil spirits and demons, and also said that they were forbidden places that one could not go because the demons had placed curses on them. Zoya and Aya listened to their mother and assured her that they would not get near those forbidden places. As Zoya and Aya grew, they became even more beautiful. During this time, Aya had stopped seeing strange creatures and spirits. She had also stopped having nightmares. However, as she and her sister turned 18, everything bad that had stopped suddenly came back. Aya began to see more spirits, and this time, they felt even more real than when she was a teenage girl. Aya also began to notice that the forbidden places that were said to have been bewitched by evil spirits and demons seemed to be calling to her. In the village, people noticed that Aya seemed to have a soft spot for helping people. She would help the elderly and those in need in the village however she could. Her twin Zoya was more interested in helping their mother in the market selling food. One day, Aya noticed a handsome young man who was mentally unstable roaming the village. She had been seeing him occasionally, but that very day was different. The young man's name was Kola. Aya watched as Kola begged the villagers for food in the village street, but sometimes did not get enough to eat. At night, Aya asked her mother about Kola and why he was mad. Modu told Aya that some time ago, Kola's mother was involved with an evil demon spirit and that the demon made Kola to run mad as punishment for what his mother did. She also explained that the madness of Kola was tied to a pot in the initial house of Kola. She explained that if the pot is broken, then Kola would be free. So why haven't anyone broken the pot? Aya asked. It's not that simple, Modu replied. She further explained to Aya that going close to the vase was like inviting danger to oneself. She told Aya that Kola's mother had tried to break the vase, but as she attempted to break it, she collapsed and died. After this incident, Kola's elder sister went to meet the priestess to give her a charm to break the curse. However, even after doing this, as she approved the vase to break it, she became blind. Owing to this, the family relatives came to take her away, abandoning Kola to his cruel fate. After hearing Kola's story, Aya decided to draw close to Kola. She would use her money to buy fruit and feed them to Kola. A few of the villagers even began to notice Aya and Kola together. Some of the villagers would laugh at Aya for walking with Kola, but she wasn't bothered. One day, Aya's money that she had saved got finished. She then went to meet her twin sister Zoya to help her with some money. What do you need money for? Zoya asked Aya. Since Zoya was the one always following their moon to the market to sell food and helping her, she had more money saved up than her twin sister, Aya. Aya told Zoya that she wanted to buy a cloth in the market, but Zoya could tell that she was lying. "I know you don't want to buy any cloth. You want money to buy food for Kola," Zoya told her twin sister. "Don't let mother know that I gave you the money, but don't lie to me again next time. I may not like everything that you do, but you're my sister and I love you more than anything," Zoya said to Aya. Aya hugged Zoya and thanked her. That night, Aya began to have a strong feeling to go to Kola's house. She could see the house in her dreams. It was almost as if the house was calling onto her. Aya decided to listen to her instinct and go. That morning, before anyone was awake to begin their day, Aya went to Kola's house. Getting there, she saw the curse pot that had made Kola mad and had killed his mother. With a strong conviction, she carried the pot and broke it. After doing this, she realized that Kola was still asleep. She then quickly rushed back to her home. In the morning, the whole village was shocked to see what had happened. Kola, who they had known to be mad, mentally he was wholesome and fine. It looked like a dream. Later, some villagers went to Kola's hut and saw that the evil pot had been broken. They were amazed. Nobody knew who did it, but they were happy for Kola. Later that day, Kola went to Aya's house. Outside the hut, Kola told Aya that he knew she was the one that broke the pot and freed him. Aya tried to deny this, but Kola told her that he saw her leaving his hut that early morning. Kola also told Aya that he remembers all the things she did for him. He then confessed his love for her. Aya and Kola then became a couple. The villagers in the village did not disturb or try to separate them because they knew that Aya was already taking care of Kola while he was mentally. Everything seemed perfect until one night when Aya slept. That night, Aya saw herself in a forest face to face with a scary-like creature. She held her mouth in shock. In a roaring thunder, the demon spoke. "Kneel before the Queen of Evil, I am Mutazara. If you dare defy me, your life will be a living hell. What do you want from me?" Aya managed to speak. "What I want is none of your concern. Heed my warning, never must you again break any curse or free anyone from the demonic charms and spells in the village. If you do, you will live to regret it. But still I will punish you." These were the last words of Mutazara, the demon queen. Before Aya woke up with sweat all over her body. The dream she had scared her to her bone. However, little did she know that it was only the beginning. Mutazara was going to punish her for freeing Kola. In the weeks that follow, Mutazara made Zora's life unbearable. She tormented Aya both day and night. During the day, when Aya would go out, she would see people with horns and red eyes trying to capture her. Aya would sometimes decide to stay indoor, but then she would see scary creatures inside her hut. Sometimes she would see scorpion and snake. This continued for weeks. Aya did not tell her mother or her sister out of fear. One sunny afternoon, she took a rope to the forest and planned to hang and kill herself. However, luckily, Kola saw her and stopped her. He told Aya to be strong and that everything would be fine. After that day, Aya stopped seeing the scary visions. She felt relieved. However, she knew she had to find a way to deal with the demon inside her. A few weeks later, some villagers noticed that there was something strange in the river where they fetched water. It was as though it had become contaminated, as it tasted a little different. A few days later, a woman in the village got the shock of her life. Her 2 children had died because of the poison that was in the water in the stream. The villagers came to console her, but the deed had already happened. The king then instructed the villagers to not go into the stream to fetch the water. The two rivers that the villagers could fetch from now had problems. Aya could not bear to see the suffering occurring in the village. She knew that the first river was cursed by a demon spirit. There also was a pot that prevented anyone from fetching water. Aya went to the river spot and decided that she would help her village. Kola at first tried to stop her, but then he decided to support her. At the river, Aya broke the pot and lifted the curse. When the villagers realized that the evil pot was broken, they jubilated. Though they did not know who had done it, they were very grateful that it was broken. Kola then hugged Aya, telling her that he would protect her no matter what happened. The king in the village decided to celebrate the broken curse in the village, although there were other problems, but the fact that the stream curse was broken, it called for a celebration. During the celebration, the king sent for Aya and Zoya's mother, Modu, to the palace. He told them to assist his royal kitchen in preparing wonderful meal for the village. Modu was the best food seller in the village, so it was not surprising when the king sent for her to do this. Zoya and Aya assisted their mother in cooking in the palace. Everywhere was merry. Later, during the course of the party, Aya was sent to bring something in the kitchen. Inside the palace kitchen, she had a trance and saw Motazara in the forest. "I warned you, but you didn't listen," Motazara said. In the meantime, the prince, who had been noticing Aya, had been looking for an opportunity to talk to her. He then entered the kitchen after seeing Aya. In the kitchen, Aya's eyes turned red and she grew red horns as Motazara took control of her. She then used a knife to stab the prince. She stabbed him 3 times. The prince fell flat to the ground. Motazara then let go of Aya. When Aya saw what had happened, she was in shock. She wanted to scream, but no sound came out from her mouth. There she was alone in the kitchen with the prince's lifeless body on the ground. Almost everyone was jubilating in the palace, and they had no idea that their beloved prince's body was lifeless and cold on the palace kitchen floors. Is this going to be the end for Aya? What do you think the king would do to her? What would become of her twin sister and her mother? Watch out and see the fate of Aya in the next part. Till we meet again. Please like and subscribe.